think about the coaches at Winthrop and the history. Greg Marshall, Randy Pale, Pat Kelsey.
Winthrop's been in 19 of these Big South championships. They've won 13 of them, of course, 2020. Winning it without, headed to the tournament because of COVID. All right, what are we looking for early here, Paul?
Two high-powered offensive teams. HighPoint wants to go inside early. They like to post up and do isolations with Kamani Hamilton, Keza Jiffa. They also have Jocelyn Bodo on the inside, 6'11".
Inside, that one rejected, as you mentioned. Bodo with the rejection. Defensive Player of the Year in the Big South for back-to-back years. Chase Johnson can hit you from three. Demorian Williams, the two-time transfer from Texas Tech and Gardner-Webb.
You're going to see set plays, a lot of ball movement, three-point shooting, paint points, and each team wants to get to the free throw line. They play the analytic game, not a lot of twos in this game.
4 on the shot clock. Kamani Hamilton to Johnston, that one rejected. And coming the other way is Doucette. Doucette to the man who rejected that, Nick Johnson, that one off the back of the rim.
Each team is sound defensively, but the strength of each team is the offensive game.
Jiffa, that will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay here.
Watch the defense by Nick Johnson. First Bodo, the weak side rejection. Nick Johnson got a piece of that jump shot in the last possession.
HighPoint, winners of 13 straight games. 3-point win yesterday. It's the first time in 6 games that hadn't been decided by less than 21 points.
Watch out for that man, Keza Jiffa.
With the 3, first team all-conference performance.
If I'm an opposing coach, I am nervous about Keza Jiffa because he has the mentality to go off big in any game.
Johnston with the rebound. Here's Williams. Defended by Johnson. Williams inside, off the glass and in.
There'll be some nerves early by each team. But once the flow begins to happen, you're going to see a lot of points in this game. Outstanding shooters, free throw makers, and drivers.
Johnson trying to drive, gets Winthrop on the board.
Just so tough. He's got a strong, compact body, number 10 in the black. Went 5 for 6 yesterday from 3 against Asheville.
Had 15 points in that win over the Bulldogs. That one, alley-oop, oh, and a rim rocker. Jocelyn Bodo on the receiving end.
Keza Jiffa averaging 4 assists per game in his last 5.
7-2, HighPoint, the regular season champs of the Big South. Right-handed, no good by Kaysen Harrison. Rebound, Bodo.
Well, there's no one like Bodo in the Big South. 6'10", 6'11", 240 pounds.
Chase Johnston. Jiffa again for 3. Johnston tips that one. Rebound, throw down. Bodo again. Doucette foul on the way to the rim. High energy back and forth, and Bodo providing a lot of that energy.
Keza Jiffa off the pick and roll, throws the lob right to Bodo. Perfect timing. You have to force Keza Jiffa to his right. Loose ball, pick up, Jiffa, catch, dunk. He is a man in the Big South. He's the type of player that can get more rebounds than points in a game.
Fouls on Johnston. He's set to the line. 7 points in yesterday's win over UNC Asheville. You think about these two teams. This is the 3rd meeting this year between HighPoint and Winthrop. HighPoint has won each of the previous 2 games by 20 points. And you reminded head coach Mark Prosser of Winthrop that they were combined 9 for 45 from 3 in those 2 losses.
I had to give them the facts last night. And they did not shoot.
Do we really have to talk about that?
Yes, we do, Coach. They didn't shoot the ball well. They averaged 38% between the 2 games. You said it, 9 for 45 from 3. So getting off to a fast start is so important for Winthrop. They didn't get off to a fast start against HighPoint in their 2 losses, and also here in the tournament.
Johnston. Bodo. How do you defend him? They try there, and Camerad blocks it. Cameron outside, 3 ball. Here we go. KJ Doucette with the 3. It's a 3-point game.
Well, KJ Doucette is averaging 16 points a game in his last 5 games. Winthrop has 5 players that average double figures.
Johnson, open look. Good box out and rebound from Talford. Talford got 900 rebounds in his career, second all time in Winthrop. Camerad, oh yeah! Tommy Camerad! Just 5 points yesterday in the win over UNC Asheville. He ties this one up with HighPoint.
Matt, Winthrop is a hot team. They come in shooting 40% as a team from 3 in their last 5 games. You must extend the defense on the shooters of Winthrop.
We talked to Mark Prosser about it as Williams hits the 3. Demorian Williams, just 8 points in the tournament so far. He adds to that with a 3. We've had a barrage here in the last couple of minutes. Bounce feed to Talford. Talford, you see the double there by Williams. Williams gets it to Bodo. Bodo hands it to Pettiford. That's going to be a defensive strategy there, especially in the paint when Talford has the basketball.
You're going to see double teams, dig-outs, all types of defense on Talford in the post.
Hamilton.
Well, he loves the back down.
Working on Baker.
See Winthrop, they stunted at him, and then they left.
5 on the shot clock. Williams defended by Kaysen Harrison. 2 on the shot clock. Williams, tough shot, no. Rebound, Harrison.
Great defense by Winthrop. They held their ground, contested the shot, cleaned up the glass.
And again. Hamilton tips to Johnston. Bobby Pettiford. They want the ball in his hands in the big moments. Pettiford takes matters into his own hands, but misses. Doucette the rebound. Baker, he's been red hot for 3. Lets a man go by. Bodo the rebound.
And Bodo is doing a sensational job rebounding in this game. That's the strength of his game.
Hamilton off the glass and in.
Matt, nobody finalizes a play in the Big South like Kamani Hamilton. Number 5 in the white. Long, athletic, super bouncy.
Went off for 18 points in yesterday's semifinal win. Harrison, the screen from Talford. Nice little floater.
He'll take that floater in the paint. Winthrop does not take a lot of 2s outside the paint and inside the arc. But they will shoot it from the deep paint.
Harrison can score. Harrison can dish it out. Had 11 assists in the quarterfinal win. Part of his first double-double of his career.
And he can guard the ball.
Guarding Hamilton now to Pettiford. Camerad defending Pettiford. Pettiford. Rebound Doucette. Winthrop getting a little more solid on that defensive end as that one tipped out by Bodo. What's Winthrop doing?
Starting to get hot. Johnson City, Winthrop from the outside first. That was deep by Doucette. For HighPoint, Williams from distance.
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops.
Us? Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or a buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
This used to be the finest pollock in all of Alaska. Now it's the finest pollock in places like Indiana. Arby's, we have the meats.
And Doug.
You'll be back! Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. You're just a flightless bird!
No, he's a dreamer, Frank.
And Doug.
Well, I'll be. That bird really did it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Metro, get $25 in line for 4 lines, plus 4 free Samsung Galaxy A15 5G phones. It's easy. No ID required, no activation fees. Visit a store, go online, or call. Only at Metro.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Inside Freedom Hall in Johnson City, Tennessee. Freedom Hall, which opened in 1974. Winthrop within 3 points here, 13:21 to go in the first half. Mark Prosser in his 4th season as the head coach of the Winthrop Eagles has been outstanding. Had their 3 straight 20-win seasons snapped a couple of years ago. Now back on track this year, and one of the best in his first 4 years.
He's so relatable to his players, and at the same time, he's still demanding. Has a great presence in practice, delegates a lot to his staff. The team is playing just the way he expected it this year. Fast-paced, sharing the basketball. And how many times did he tell us on the phone last night how much they love each other? They all came back to be in this moment.
And said, look, maybe some folks expected us to be in this game, but no one expects us to win this game. And that's a difference there as Nick Johnson puts that one home.
He also said guys had a chance for more lucrative situations last year, and they decided to come back to Winthrop. That speaks volumes of the character of this team.
Alfred Johnson, Doucette are those seniors that came back as that one is tipped away. It's out for the rebound. Check that, Jones. Good close out there by Thiem on Baker, who's been red hot from 3. Johnson, left hand, no good. Rebound there by Anderson. Johnston outside. Thiem for 3.
HighPoint looks to shoot a lot of threes in transition. As a matter of fact, that's where they get most of their threes. Pushing the ball with pace.
Top 40. Threes attempted. That one off the glass and in. Logan Duncombe has been a real asset here to this Winthrop team as the Eagles have the lead.
They played at Indiana, played at Xavier. He's given them some really good minutes in the front court.
Johnston, deep 3. Right-handed putback, no good. Duncan the rebound. Winthrop. Here's Baker. Isaiah Wilson. That one flanks off the backboard, not close. Rebound by Thiem. Who does this pace favor here, Paul?
Both teams, Matt, they want to play fast. Look, they'll play without a whistle all game long. Winthrop loves to go to the free throw line, but HighPoint is very disciplined with their defense. They're not leaving their feet. They're not committing foolish fouls.
Wilson almost traveled there. The HighPoint faithful wanted it.
The pace of this game right now, it's going to be in the 80s.
Baker gets the handoff from Duncan. Baker. Baker's been red hot. Usually from the three-point line, showing off the mid-range. They're up 3.
Bryce Baker, one of their best three-point shooters, over 50% in his last 5.
8-0 run for Winthrop. Hildebrand inside and a push.
Too much muscle on that offensive rebound.
Advantage Winthrop here early.
Logan Duncombe just backing in. Good strong move.
So I can take the steak home.
Yep.
And as many butterfly shrimp as I want.
Uh-huh.
Cake.
You can take home everything.
Ice cream machine, everything. Dessert bar, everything. Fork, everything. That guy's hat,
Okay,
everything.
careful, or it's gonna be broccoli everything.
No thanks, I'm good.
Rock, paper, scissors for who's on dinner duty?
Nice try.
I'll get it. Need some help? Easy weeknight dinners.
It's usually just one person trying on shoes.
Discover doubles your cash back at the end of your first year, so I'm going to use mine to get something from my beautiful stunt double, Eileen.
You earn, we match.
Wow.
Discover Cashback Match.
We'll take them.
Great.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Step into an electrifying world of choice. Everything you need to move through your world, your way, is ready and waiting. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Magic Paul being guarded here in Johnson City, Tennessee. One game for one spot in the NCAA tournament. HighPoint trying to get there for the first time in their Division I history. Winthrop looking for their third Big South championship of this decade. And look, they've had some greats in the past. Michael Jenkins working the color commentary along with Mr. Pacheco to his right. Michael Jenkins, the 2008 Big South Tournament MVP, had 33 points in the title game win at Asheville, part of 4 consecutive Big South championships. You know, he was a part of that win in the NCAA tournament against Notre Dame. Big South win in that field.
Michael Jenkins was a great player at Winthrop. He could score inside and outside, and by that camera angle, looks like he can still play.
He's a Winthrop Hall of Famer. And these Winthrop Eagles trying to etch their name in the history books with a dramatic win. That one no good. Inside. Guess who? Talford inside. Kelton Talford with that body and frame at 6'7", 200 just finds a way to outmuscle people.
He does it with his footwork, his hips and shoulders. He gets great inside position. He puts the defender almost under the basket.
A 10-0 run for the underdog Eagles. HighPoint winners of 13 straight. Crazy shot, Jiffa. A little out of control, could not get it. Jones off and running. Jones outside. Wilson turns down the 3. Jones spots up. Doucette, the push. What is Winthrop doing right now that's causing HighPoint problem?
They're defending at a high level early in this game. Everything is contested. They're staying in front of the basketball. A couple of early plays by HighPoint. They got the lob to Bodo, but they've really contested the three-point shot. They haven't allowed anything easy. In fact, HighPoint right now, 2 for 10 from 3.
Scoreless in their last 4.5 minutes. They're 0 for their last 8 from the floor, 0 for their last 9 from the floor as Kason Harrison crowns the rebound. You can sense Winthrop just playing free, knowing the expectations are not on them. They're on the team that won the regular season, going away. Has won their last handful of games by 21 or more points outside of yesterday's 3-point win. Harrison with the field goal inside. The run continues. It's 12-0.
There's a great connectivity with this Winthrop Eagle team, as there is with the HighPoint team. But the way the ball moves for Winthrop, they're playing at a special pace.
Hamilton, tough shot, no. Bodo inside.
They have dominated the game in the paint with paint points. They're excellent scoring in the paint, over 36 points a game. They'll knock down the 3. They're a rhythm, streaky shooting three-point team, but when they get hot with their paint production and the free throw line game, they are the best team in the Big South.
Free ball from the corner is good. Nick Johnson continues to light it up. That's his 9th made 3 in 3 games. 15-2 run. Jiffa turns down the layup and throws it away.
Yeah, great jump stop. But he should have looked at the basket to take the floater. A little too unselfish on that possession. Nick Johnson rips it, looks at it, knocks it down. That was what a contested hand in his face. He is feeling it here in Johnson City.
Shooting 62% from 3 in the Big South tournament. Entering today was Nick Johnson. And Winthrop has been living from the three ball. 4 straight games with 12 or more threes. In their 5-game win streak, they scored 80 or more points each time. Last time they lost a game was to HighPoint. They're intent on making sure that doesn't happen here, as that one rims out from Johnson, who'll go to the line.
And this is where Winthrop is really their best, the free throw line. They're #1 in the nation at free throws attempted. They get to the free throw line more than any other team in the nation. In fact, last year they were second, only to Purdue. Average 29 attempts per game, 22 makes.
Coming up at 3 Eastern on ESPN, the Women's SEC Championship game between Texas and South Carolina. We'll call that one a coin flip. And we finish up with the Phillips 66 Big 12 title on the line. TCU, first time in 20 years they're playing for a conference title. They're facing Baylor.
Who do you have in South Carolina, Texas?
Again, flip a coin.
I'm going to take
what they did to decide the 1 seed.
I'm going to take Texas. Big upset. Not big, but an upset. Anytime you beat South Carolina, it's an upset. I like Texas in that game.
South Carolina's 6th consecutive appearance in the SEC Championship game. All right, what does HighPoint have to do to get back in the game?
Make a 3-point shot. Don't force shots. Continue to go inside until the outside shot gets to be knocked down.
Benham inside stutter step, gets that one to go.
Well, Benham did a really nice job of reading the defense. He didn't settle for the contested 3. He beat him off the bounce. He drove the closeout.
Benham was scoreless in 2 games against Winthrop this season. He's on the board. It's a 7-point margin and a turnover. Nick Johnson wanted a foul. Instead, it comes to Williams. Now Pettiford. Williams for 3. Bodo looked like it could have been over the back. Instead, we'll go to the Winthrop Eagles. Well, Paul Biancardi sauntering his way to the Winthrop Eagles huddle. It's as much athletic action as you will find during a commercial break. We'll tell you what he finds out next.
When emergency strikes, first responders rely on the latest technology. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority, built for the 5G era. Only T-Priority dynamically dedicates more capacity for first responders.
With the new Ultimate Hut Bundle, create your ultimate Pizza Hut feast. I got meat lovers and double pepperoni.
Gronk, we got double pep.
I get double pep.
Dude, Bundle Bros!
Bundle Bros!
Arr, Bundle Bros!
Build yours starting at $24.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. Plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. Well, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway.
Having the TRX at home is like bringing a boutique gym experience, a studio class to your living room.
With the TRX suspension trainer, tackling a full body workout is a breeze, offering hundreds of exercises using your body weight. Setup takes just seconds. All you need is a door, a tree, or a beam. TRX is an integral, low-impact workout without stressing your joints. Its versatility caters to everyone, from beginners to advanced users.
Get 10% off with TRX 10.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Lori. And this is our TimberTech story.
There are certain things you can do in a house that will last for the ages. TimberTech decking is one of those things. It was an obvious choice for all of the things that we wanted: appearance, durability. It was a no-brainer.
We love the TimberTech product so much that we had to do the railing as well.
With what we've experienced with TimberTech, there is no other choice. It's that good.
The 3-ball has been Winthrop's big friend. Doucette, Johnson, Jones, and Baker. Baker, over the last handful of games, has just been on fire. And today, they're 3 of 8 from 3. Paul Biancardi making his way back from the Winthrop huddle. You were there. You sound somewhat winded. You look fairly athletic as you headed back here.
Very energized after Mark Cross's huddle.
Okay, what'd you hear?
First of all, they're going to run a middle pick and roll right here to try to score on this possession. They're going to look for a screen and roll in the middle of the court. They said, keep the music playing. That means keep the ball moving. I love that term. Defensively, they're talking about forcing Keza Jiffa to his right hand and bump the roll guy going to the basket. No more lobs for HighPoint, they said.
There's the ball screen, the roll. Johnson looking for Duncan inside. Duncan trying to find that position. Johnson inside, Duncan no. Turnover here to Williams. Hamilton, head of steam, lost it on the way up.
Great job of getting back by HighPoint.
Johnson getting the rebound as Kaysen Harrison looking outside. Baker for three. Oh, yeah! Bryce Baker with his 20th made three in his last 5 games.
He said Winthrop has to get out to a fast start. Check, they've done that. They need to win the three-point line and the free throw line. They're winning that. Right now they're up 10.
Their largest lead of this half. Bryce Baker, one of the great stories, and Coach Prosser telling us, look, he's one of those players that eventually you work hard enough, which he's done, you put in the work and the time, and it pays off, and it certainly has over the last handful of games. Shooting close to 60% from three in the last 5 games. Left hand too strong there by Ibukunulua.
Matt, Winthrop has 5 guys that can score 20 points in any game.
That one goes through the hands of Johnston. Could have been a turnover.
They have a well-balanced scoring attack. It's really hard to scout when you play Winthrop.
Harrison gets the screen from Talford. Harrison, that one short arm. Jiffa with the rebound. Jiffa just 3 points so far. Throws it up. Looked like he was trying to connect with Hamilton. Jones, cross court. Bryce Baker again. Oh! 22-4 run for the Eagles.
Bryce Baker comes in the hottest of all Winthrop Eagles, shooting the 3 in the last 5 games.
Pettiford no, rebound, new set.
Winthrop does a really good job of finding the hot hand. Yesterday was Nick Johnson.
Baker thought about it again. Would have been a heat check. Might not. He is 21 for his last 35 from 3. Bryce Baker. Telford inside finds a way.
He is a master in the paint with footwork.
HighPoint beat Winthrop in 2 games this season by a combined 44 points. They find themselves down 15 with 5 minutes to go in the first half of the championship game.
They're really struggling from the outside, getting their rhythm on the offensive end, especially behind the arc. And Winthrop, no problem from distance. Bryce Baker just knocking it down nice and easy. And this man right here is a bad man. Kelton Talford, 2nd all-time in Winthrop history in points and rebounds. Man, he's a master with his footwork, hands, hips, and shoulders. Once he gets you inside in the paint, he doesn't let you go, and he scores with angles, touch, and toughness.
An incredible start here for Winthrop, an incredible start to the day. Again, next Sunday, we'll have the exclusive announcement of the 68-team NCAA Women's Championship field. We'll break down every team, every matchup in each region, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN 1 week from today with a bonus hour coverage at 9 on ESPN2. The 1 seeds right now, according to Charlie Cream, Texas, UCLA, USC, and South Carolina. How about this? Texas and South Carolina for the SEC title today. USC, UCLA for the Big Ten crown today.
Great games this afternoon. I really do like Texas in that women's game. You call it an upset only because it's South Carolina.
Well, this would be an upset if Winthrop were to win this game. On a 24-4 run, and HighPoint just looks so unassorted.
But give Winthrop a lot of credit, Matt, defensively. They are challenging everything inside and behind the arc.
Hamilton. Jiffa, gotta have it. That was a must-have.
It was a late closeout, and that's the one guy for HighPoint. Put the team on his back and make it happen.
HighPoint faithful, a bunch of them making the trip here west from HighPoint, North Carolina. A few hours west. Halford inside. Cameron for three again.
You double Talford just for a second, he finds the open man.
He's a 24% three-point shooter. He's hit 2 today.
Now shooting makes are contagious.
Pettiford out of Hamilton, a 15-point margin. Unthinkable considering how well HighPoint had been playing. Jiffa the floater.
The confidence that Winthrop is playing with on the offensive end, it's showing defensively. They move the ball so well, Winthrop. It's more passing than dribbling.
Bounce feed, intercepted. Kamani Hamilton. Pettiford running with them and throws it out of bounds. Tried to find Jiffa on the wing. We've got a timeout on the floor. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone.
Just because it's wet outside, you don't need to wear boots. Presenting Skechers waterproof sneakers with rugged 100% waterproof construction in a comfy, breathable, lightweight, easy-to-wear sneaker. Ditch the boots and experience comfy, capable Skechers waterproof sneakers.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Epic. Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
It makes me want to tear up. I swear to God. There ain't no way I would be here without TikTok. I got really good at tearing motors apart and putting them back together, and the car still worked. I received so much support for that, and it made me feel like, okay, maybe I can really, really, really do this. My business has tripled in the last year because of me sharing my videos on TikTok. I wouldn't be able to support the families that work for me now without TikTok, without the increase in sales.
It's Jamie's first time changing her own oil, and an AutoZoner helps her find the right parts and a great deal. Get incredible savings at AutoZone's A to Z savings event, now through March 10th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Everyone wants to be the Cadbury bunny, because only he brings delicious Cadbury cream eggs, while others may keep trying. No bunny knows Easter better than Cadbury.
March Madness! Bring out the stars! March Madness, this March 19th on ESPN and ABC.
What's up, Malcolm, Josh Dallin come up at halftime from a Final Four less than a year ago to looking for a job. Kevin Keatts and NC State part ways. We'll give you an update there. Michigan State underway. We'll highlight that big battle in that state. Here, what a start by HighPoint, but how about the comeback from Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop, the last 5 games, Malcolm, they've been shooting 50%, 40% from three-point range, and this afternoon they're at 50%. The way they're shooting the ball, they're an absolutely dangerous team, and has continued that this half.
Recipe for a success. Shoot the ball well from the three-point line, and they're defending on the other side. They're creating some offense with their defense as well. Can't ask for a better start from them in the first half.
Up 13 against a team that beat you twice by 20 or more in the regular season. Love Champ Week. Back to Paul and Schick. See it happen.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to the halftime. And Winthrop would love to have this lead going into halftime. Paul Biancardi, how does HighPoint cut into it here? There are a lot of fans there from HighPoint that have made this trip, that are hoping they're cutting down nets at the end of this, but right now it's all Eagles.
Well, it's shot discipline for HighPoint. They can't panic because they're down. First, they got to start on the defensive end, of course. Wide open three again by Winthrop. A lot of these threes have been open. Take away the double on Talford. Let him get 40 points if he has to. But once you stunt, once you go to dig it out, once you go to double, that's when he picks you apart. And this team right now is on a heater as a group. You cannot allow any more threes. When they catch it behind the arc, you have to be there on the catch. Take away that airspace. Make them dribble into a shot.
Since the start of February, Winthrop shooting 41% from 3. Today, it's 46%. They've hit 6 already.
And, Matt, they've been catching 2 threes. Like I said, make them dribble to a shot.
Pettiford into the paint. gets away.
And that's where HighPoint has been good in this game. A lot of paint points. Bodo, Pettiford, Jiffa. They have to stay disciplined, keep scoring in the paint. Outside game will come.
Harrison gets the screen from Duncan. Outside there to Doucette. 10 on the shot clock. Doucette trying to break down Johnston. Doucette. Bodo with the big rebound.
Good first shot defense by HighPoint.
Pettiford with a head of steam, taking matters into his own hands.
And that's HighPoint basketball. Bodo on the glass, Pettiford with the push.
Mark Prosser and Winthrop say, hold on a second, let's call a timeout here in the final 2.5. HighPoint, winners of 13 straight games, 9 of them by double digits. Haven't lost since January 16th. We're back for the final 2.5 of the first half. Eagles with the lead.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know, performance and durability go along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Winthrop with a 9-point lead here in the Big South Championship. HighPoint play more like themselves.
Yeah, Bobby Pettiford, coast to coast, straight line. Nobody stopped the ball. Nobody slowed him down. Pettiford, one-time Kansas player, East Carolina, has plenty of leadership ability, great speed, and he's battle-tested. He is the X factor, or has been the X factor for HighPoint. Could start on any other team in the Big South, comes off the bench. He's a big reason why they have bench points at 28 per game.
Back from injury early in the season, in the summer. Now he's defending Nick Johnson. Johnson gets the screen from Talford. Tough shot and the foul! Nick Johnson and Winthrop answering back. Foul on Bodo. A chance to extend the lead.
Nick Johnson, he loves the three-point shot, so everyone goes out, challenges him, puts it on the deck, right into the paint, draws the contact, finishes the play. Just great body control and concentration by Nick Johnson.
One of those 4 seniors that decided to come back and do this together. Doucette, Harrison, Johnson, Talford. And they've got their team with a 12-point lead at the 2-minute mark of the Big South Championship. Winner heads to the NCAA tournament. HighPoint trying to do it for the first time in their Division I history. Giffano set rebound. They are 3 for 14 from 3, are the Panthers. Baker again, look out. Front of the iron, no good. Bodo rebound.
HighPoint just needs to manage this last minute and a half.
Jiffa out of control. Gets it to go.
Look how quickly Winthrop pushes the ball up the court on a make.
That looked like a travel and it was. Jason Harrison took an extra step.
Jiffa navigates, tries to create some contact. He wants an N1. He lives at the free throw line.
He looks like a worm on a hook sometimes. Just flopping around, just trying to get that foul called, but got the shot to go. And now a chance to cut it to single digits.
Maybe look at Kamani Hamilton in a post-up or a middle pick and roll.
They've made 5 of their last 6 shots, finding their rhythm offensively. Hamilton misses the easy one, misses the putback. That one rejected from behind by Baker. It'll stay here.
HighPoint loves to put Kamani Hamilton right in the middle of the floor with an isolation. Got a great look, got a great second look. Determination, stick-to-itiveness by Kamani Hamilton.
Nice Baker, the transfer from Old Dominion. Sending that one astray. Less than a minute to go here in Johnson City, Big South Championship. Hamilton, that one offline. Bodo tips it on the line, staying here.
HighPoint lucky on that possession. 3-point shot. You know the shot clock was under 10, but still, maybe drive the ball. When you got 8-9 seconds, you can get to the rim very quickly in the half court. Don't settle for threes.
Rutherford trying to get it in. That should be a foul on Jiffa. And it is. Alan Huss not liking the call. But you saw Nick Johnson go for that ball, and then Jiffa kind of wrapped up the head of Johnson.
Nick Johnson was first to the basketball. Watch this. Watch 10 in the black. He gets it first. Jiffa knows it. He took him down.
Barbosa calling for intentional foul, not getting that there, but a 10-point lead. Chance to extend here. Doucette head of steam. Out of bounds. .29 seconds to go in the first half. HighPoint stuck at 29. They average 82 a game.
And watch Winthrop in the out of bounds. They'll look for Talford now inside. See if they can get a post up or a pick and roll.
Sets the screen there on Doucette. 10-second differential between shot and game. Talford sets the screen for Harrison. Harrison working on Jiffa. Harrison, tough shot. No. Talford, look at him go, but that one did not hit rim. And that is a shot clock violation. And they were going to call a whistle there, but then they correct themselves and say the shot clock expired. So 9.5 to go.
Excellent defensive possession by HighPoint. 9.5. Look for Jiffa in a middle pick and roll. Look for Winthrop to try to force him to his right-hand man. He's a lefty, and he loves to go left. Winthrop wants to push him to his weak hand, which would be his right hand.
5 seconds to go here in the first half. Jiffa, the screen from Hildebrand. Jiffa, he's going to shoot this one. Jiffa off the front of the iron. And Winthrop will go into the